G'day, Michael from Nippon Nostalgic here. Remember this? Okay. Now, it's time to do some work on the front end on it. Everything seems pretty tight under there, okay? So, like all the ball joints and everything. Hopefully I can get some focus here. Yep, everything's good, but all the rubbers are gone. They're gone, like missing totally almost. All ball joints and everything. So I thought they would just split, but they've been pumping that much grease into it at every service, so I'm thinking that they might be okay. They feel good and tight. There doesn't seem to be a heap of play in there. Like, I'll get movement there, but yeah, when I move the wheels, there's no play. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to undo these bolts here and pull this whole lot off. I'm going to crack the ball joints here, on the tie rod ends, here and here, and pull the whole lot out, clean it up, pull it all apart. I'm going to measure the sizes to get new rubbers, as long as ball joints are all okay and everything. So yeah, that's the next project. I'm probably halfway through doing this. I'm probably going to have to use a ramp for another car, so I'll just, if I have to, I'll just yeah, bolt this all in and just have it loose and pull the car off the ramps. But yeah, anyway, I've got to get something done. I can't just be sitting around doing nothing. I've already given this a clean. There's just so much grease and crap on here because yeah, all the grease have been pumping through it. I found a bit of a, looks like the rear main cell's leaking a bit, which isn't a big problem. That noise from the transmission, I'm starting to think it's something to do with the speedo. Look how clean it is under here. It's got a new exhaust too. Yeah, but oh, it's beautiful, man. Not a bad vehicle. The exterior is starting to look a bit sad in the weather though. I'm gonna have to start making some shelter for some of these cars. Okay, I thought I'd better show you this how I split ball joints. Of course I can't find my tools. My garage isn't usually this much of a mess because let's get 10 jobs in a row and I cleaned up one before. Always rush. I use one of these usually. It goes in the shaft and it presses on the top of the shaft and you screw it in. They say don't buy cheap ones, but this is a cheap one, what I remember. So I reckon they don't last, but I've done dozens and dozens with this, no problem at all. But today I think I'm going to use one of my pickle forks here because I've got no ball joint boots to worry about damaging. Well, I quickly reverted back to my favourite tool because the pickle forks weren't doing the job, and they were damaging the lip where the groove there where the ball joint boot's going to sit. So this is on. It was a very tight fit to get it in there. 19mm head on this bolt if I remember, and you just tighten it up until it goes to pop. I've taken the nut off because it's again tight for room there. Now my spanner's not fitting. Okay, here we go. Usually if I find I'm winding this up really tight and it hasn't popped, I'll give a tap on the tool up. Sorry, I'm looking through the, yeah, up here. I give it a tap with a hammer and it just pops straight out. Phone's telling me there's no storage left, so I'll do this quick, see if the video continues. Hopefully I'll pop this out before we run out of video, eh? Another problem is using this phone, I guess. Let's see if I can get it on the SD card or something. Okay, I'm getting pretty tight here now. Would you look at what my tool did to the end of that? Hang on, focus. Come on. Not good. So much for saving there. Maybe I should have left the nut on, eh? Might have been a good idea. I can't believe how that soft that is. Anyway, couple. I might as well replace the other one too. Yeah, she could be all good. I'll just I won't show you me putting the other one on. Nothing exciting. I'll just screw the other one on, put it approximately where this one was, and finish it off on this side. I might even put the split. Not going to put the split pin in. Won't even do the lock nut up. We'll just put it on about in the right position. Put it in. Loosely put the nut on, and ready for, you know, so it's not too hard to do a wheel alignment later. Just hope I don't forget. So I don't know where I am, and I've just done a heap of little videos over the last few days of the week or whatever. Don't know. Can't remember if I showed you the other side, but some absolute oxygen thief decided to araldite the threads on these tie rod ends in. I had to carve off the other one with an angle grinder. I tried heat and everything, couldn't get it off because, you know, heavy machinery, you use araldite as thread locker, and you hit it with the oxy and you get it hot to the point where it starts smoking, and then they just come off. But I couldn't get that to work with this. It might not be araldite, it might be something else, but it's, why would you do it? Like, these are supposed to be adjustable. Now, I actually had trouble screwing the outer tie rod end on the other side, and it's got to be aligned, and if we can't turn this end, we can't align it. So I might yet be replacing the tie rods and the inner tie rod ends after putting the nice new boots on here, because there's nothing wrong with this. They're beautiful, everything's so good. So I'm going to try to get this off and see how we go. I'm going to put it together and take it for a wheel alignment. Once it's registered, and if I have any dramas with it, I'll just replace the inner tie rod ends. Piece of crap, man. That just absolutely got me angry, eh? But look how clean this is in here, eh? It's beautiful. Superb. So nice. Even the brake lines are good. Brake hoses are good. Okay, I'm going to get to this, see if I can get it done before it gets dark. Anyway, on my trip to Brisbane, I went to Datsun's parts shop down in Caboolture. Chris from Old Datsun Museum. This is a reproduction revision mirror. It's going to bolt straight in there. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. It's really good quality. It's horse brand apparently. I might have to write on there Bojack Horseman or something. I don't know. But yeah, got this from Chris. That's a part shop. Look them up. I'll put a link in the description. Here's the old one. All sun damage, falling apart. That's an original is IKI. But just compare the original to the new one. Oh, the new one's bigger. Oh, so it's not a proper reproduction. It might be I don't know. Wouldn't be off a different model. But anyway, bigger mirror, why not? But yeah, it looks pretty good quality, you know. I'm very happy with it, and the price wasn't bad either. So that's going to go in right now before I lose this thing in the bowels of my shed, and then I'll get on to doing this front end. It's actually one of my favourite screwdrivers. It doesn't appear to be actually JIS, but I'm pretty sure it's a Phillips head, but it fits the JIS screws really well. You find these in Hyundai Elantra toolkits. Bad. Nice screws, eh? So, doing this one-handed holding the freaking phone. I'm reverting back to just so now I've got a proper phone. That's using the phone, trying to get some videos out, because I was never happy with that DSLR situation. Always had trouble with the focus, and this is to make life a lot more simple and be more willing to do videos. I'm going to try not to worry about editing too much. I mean, these videos aren't going to be anything special. They're not going to be Mighty Car Mods or Roadkill Garage quality editing or anything. Obviously, those guys are pros. But I figure I should get some content out there and let the rest take care of it, so I'll see what happens. That seems to fit pretty well. Let's look at this. The screws don't seem to want to go, so anyway, you don't have to see this. Okay, we've got it out. I've checked all the joints are good. Everything, bushes here are good. Just going to clean it up and degrease everything, and then pump a whole heap of grease out and make sure there's no grit in here in the ball joints, and clean everything up. And I'm going to measure this lip where the this lip here where the boot fits in, and measure the shaft here, so I can order the right size boots for this. Okay, next episode we'll see this getting put back together and put in the car. Later. That was super easy. That was super easy. I see people doing it in car, but I've never had enough room to hold against and smash something with a hammer or anything I've needed to do. Okay, so I'm going to clean these right up now. I'm going to get the degreaser in here, clean as much out as I can, then pump clean grease through and flush any crap out that I pushed in with the degreaser or anything. Might even pull the grease nipples out and clean from behind too. So I'll clean everything up. I'm going to give it a coat of paint, the boots back on, pump some grease in and put them back in the car, waiting on the outer tie rod end. So there we go. And these split pans. What I did was just pumped a bit of grease through here after I cleaned it out as well as I could with degreaser. I pumped a heap of grease through actually, cleaned it all out. Just left it down level with the top of the ball joint, put the boot on, and we'll give it a pump or two of grease once it's all together. So there you go. Let's get it in.